Today, I want to talk about how we can reduce the impact of high GI and medium GI foods on our blood sugar levels and our blood sugar stability. One of the reasons I want to talk about this is, like I mentioned last week, there's an increased risk of metabolic syndrome and metabolic issues with neurodivergent folks, particularly AFABs and women. So we've talked about what glycemic index is before on this channel, but just to recap, essentially glycemic index tells us how quickly a food is absorbed and sugar is absorbed into the bloodstream. And different foods have different GIs or glycemic indexes. Foods that are above 70 are considered high GI foods, and foods that are between 55 and 69 are considered medium GI foods. If you want to get a glycemic index and glucose load calculator, you can use a tool like this. I use this myself and I find it really helpful. Now, whilst it's important to also take into consideration the glucose load of the food, we do want to avoid those spikes. And there's 3 things that you can do to help with this. 1, you can eat fiber. Fiber helps to reduce how quickly that sugar is absorbed. So eating a vegetable can be helpful here. 2, you can add a healthy fat. So healthy fats do a similar thing to fiber. They actually help to reduce the absorption rate. So eating something like an avocado is a 2-for-1 because avocado has healthy fats in it and it also has fiber. So if you're eating a high GI food, adding an avocado is going to be a great strategy for you. 3, you can add a protein. Eating something like a piece of chicken with your instant noodles or eating an egg with your instant noodles is a great way to reduce how quickly the sugar is absorbed from those instant noodles. If you want a better idea of how high glycemic index and high glucose load works, you can find out more about that in my Know Your Macronutrient ebook. I'm Lauren, I'm a scientist, nutritionist, and personal trainer, and every Monday I'm sharing videos on how we can improve and support our metabolic health and fitness. I hope to see you again soon. Cheers.